The WildFlow method has three main principles. The first one is activation through challenge. The second one is the return to center line. And the third one is the mirror principle. Let's overview all three of them. The activation through challenge principle was brought to my attention by this lady tracker out in the wilderness in Colorado that pointed out that tracks of wild animals are more efficient in their energy use, much more precision as compared to domesticated animals, where the pattern of the tracks is much more spread out, less energy efficient. The reason for is the limited resources that wild animals have, where they need to bring their full potential, the physical potential and mental potential to survive and use their energy and resources in the best possible way. The activation through challenge principle translates into the practice with the WildFlow yoga board as we practice on a narrow, elevated surface. Our resources are limited, and it requires us to activate our instinctive intelligence, bring out the potential, the wild potential of our body, and sharpen our mental capacities. So let's start the practice. Let's see how the activation through challenge principle works in real time. You can set up your WildFlow yoga board on the ground. But before we hop onto it, just stand on the ground here. I'll do a little experiment. Stand nice and straight. Bring your hands in heart center. Find your focal point in front of you and keep your gaze right there. Let your breath be steady and calm. We're going to make a transition with our right foot back, like you would step into warrior one, and then back. Repeat it a few times, and let's just bring the awareness. Notice how much activation it requires. What is the challenge from 0 to 10 of just stepping back here on this unlimited surface when you have unlimited resources? You can practice also with the other foot. See if there is a difference. Okay? After we check this out, let's step on the WildFlow yoga board. Notice right now our environment is limited, our resources are limited, and you will feel it in the practice. So when you're standing here, again, focus on a focal point right in front of you. Keep your gaze there. Bring your hands in heart center. And before you step back, just notice how your nervous system activates just by acknowledging that you're about to step back and your space is limited. Now, if you're not feeling safe just stepping back without looking where you actually step back, please practice safety and look where you're stepping back before you do that. If you can make this transition with keeping the gaze in front of you, it's okay, but do it slow. Notice just how huge of a difference is to step back on a surface that is limited, on an environment that's going to give you feedback. So first of all, it requires much slower movement. It requires much more stabilizer muscle activation and core activation. And it requires full presence when you do that. You cannot be thinking what you're going to be eating for lunch when you're practicing that. The limited surface requires full body activation and full awareness. And this is just the beginning of the practice.